What's going on, guys? It's PokePond back with another video for you. Today we got something special. We got a monster video for you. 40 minutes plus of price analysis across all of the Sword and Shield block, talking about sealed product, where I think it's going to go price wise for the future. Make sure you subscribe down below to never miss an opportunity. Let's get into it. Okay, so we got lots to talk about today. As you can see, I've got all these tabs lined up on my browser. We're going to do a deep dive on all of the price movements in sealed Sword and Shield, particularly over the last week, because we haven't done that for about a week. But I just wanted to, as always, start off with a little bit of news. There are two new super rare promo cards that have come out this week. These were given out to staff at a recent tournament. And basically, there's a rare chance that some of the organizers would come up and then ask tournament questions to some of the staff at the tournament, and if they got the questions right, this was an incentive for them to really learn the rules. Then they would be given this sort of new staff card. This is a Voltorb from 151 with a special stamp which says Professor Program on it. I just wanted to highlight this because there's two variants of it. There's a reverse holo and then there's a cosmic reverse holo. They have done this in the past, and these cards are basically just so rare because the only way you can get them is being at the tournament, being staff, and answering these questions right. It's such a low percentage that you'll get these. This could be very valuable in the future. So I just wanted to make you guys aware that there's new potential valuable cards for the future. Maybe you want to try and pick some of these up once they get into the market. They've only just been released at the recent NAIC tournament in America. So yeah, could be a play if that's what you're into. We know full well that some of the previous staff cards from various different tournaments and staff events have done very well long term. Pokemon recently did a art competition as well, where fans could design a piece of artwork, and these are some of the finalists. I just thought these were really cool. There was a bit of talk in the industry this last week, though, that some people are claiming that some of these entries were made by AI. So we are entering the era where unfortunately fan art competitions are getting ruined by AI. But either way, these are some awesome artworks. I don't know what Pokemon company's going to do with the artworks, but maybe they'll make a couple of these into promos in the future. They have done similar things in the past. How cool would it be, a nice Eevee alt art like this? This is my favorite, with the Eevee with the blossom trees. Absolutely amazing. That would be a fire card if they added that as an alt art into one of the sets. But yeah, there's a few different really impressive ones, but it's just a shame that a few people have to ruin it for everyone by including some AI generated art rather than making it themselves. There's Pikachu as well. It's so cool. Love it. Anyway, let's get on to the meat of the episode. Let's track some prices. As always, we're going to have a look at what's in stock for retail on Pokemon Center. We're going to start off with the UK version first. Usually I just filter out to most expensive just to show you the booster boxes to start off with, but we're going to do something a little bit different today because I haven't done this for a little while, where we just look at everything that's in stock and see what's an interesting play which might be worthwhile in the future. We'll have a look at the booster boxes in a minute, but let's just have a look at everything else. So we already know that Fusion Strike is most likely going to be one of the strongest plays going forward into the near future for a hold. You can still pick up this is UK Pokemon Center. I'll do the US in a minute. You can still pick up these sleeved booster packs for £4 each, which I think is an absolute steal. I could easily see Fusion Strike over the next couple of years becoming £15 to £20 a pack. So these in the sleeved booster pack variant for £4. It's just a no-brainer. They're easy to store, easy to ship. Absolutely love sleeve booster packs, as it's just a real low-cost way of getting into a set for sealed. Really like it. These do really well as well. 3-pack blisters, they're definitely a play for £12 on like a popular set. Once Fusion Strike goes out of print run, which I expect will happen fairly soon at some point within the next 6 months. It may be a month's time, it may be 6 months' time. I think Fusion Strike is going to go out of print soon, and then I think it's going to do very well. If you hold on to 3-pack blisters, they typically do quite well. You do have to be careful though, because they are quite bulky to store. They're thin to ship, but you know they're a decent size, and people do like this cardboard around the outside to be preserved well. So you've got to ship it properly, ship them in a box, maybe sell a few of them in bulk to negate the postage costs, etc. But yeah, decent play. 3-pack blisters for £12.50. Pretty decent. Again, if Fusion Strike goes to £20 a pack in the next sort of 4 or 5 years, then 3 for £12 is going to look pretty juicy. Plus, people pay a premium for having sealed product with like multiple booster packs in. We got the new Shrouded Fable booster bundle available for pre-order here, and we also talked about for Halloween the Trick or Trade booster bundle, which is actually going to be available in the UK. I believe I'm not sure if last year's one was available in the UK from Pokemon Center, but I remember like the first printing of the booster bundle Halloween packs were only an American exclusive, and it just caused so many problems over here in the UK because people were importing over these big bundles and then trying to split them and sell them for a profit. Like, it's £15 and you get so many packs in there. You only get a couple of cards. The set isn't like that amazing. Come on guys, like we don't need to like scalp and flip every single product. Like, this is just a fun one for the kids to collect. I mean, if you're an adult and you want to collect it as well, that's completely fine, but primarily this is a product for kids. For Halloween, you give it away as a trick or treat. You know, I would be so stoked if I was a kid. Back in the day, I used to go trick-or-treating, and if I turned up at a house and they gave me a Pokemon pack with like Halloween promos in, oh my god, I would have absolutely lost it. That would have been the best thing ever. That house would have been completely goated, and I never would have egged or ever done anything bad for it. In fact, years later, I would probably still walk past that house and remember that core memory of someone giving me a booster pack. So unfortunately, I live in a flat, so I don't get any trick-or-treaters anymore. But if you do live in a house in like a residential area, and you do get trick-or-treaters at Halloween, I highly urge you to buy this pack for £14. I think in the US it's like $18 or something like that, and you get loads of packs in there. Give them out to the kids. The more kids we can get involved in the hobby, the better. They're going to be, you know, the future people that are going to be buying the sealed product off of you, especially if you're putting it away in the future. So let's carry on, getting sidetracked. Sword and Shield Astral Radiance sleeve booster packs, again good play for £4. Brilliant Stars 3-pack. People are really sleeping on Brilliant Stars. I'm telling you, Brilliant Stars is going to pop over the next year or so. Again, once it goes out of retail and out of stock from Pokemon Center and other places. I think Brilliant Stars and Silver Tempest are going to be 2 of the last sets to go out of stock for the Sword and Shield era. That and Battle Stars, really. No one wants to touch Battle Stars. It's a terrible set. I think everyone agrees on that. But yeah, in time, I think Brilliant Stars is going to perform very, very well. There's some really nice chase cards in there. Astral Radiance booster box, we'll get into booster boxes in a minute. Twilight Masquerade booster bundle, $23.94. Not a bad price, to be honest. Thinking about picking up a couple of these for myself. Actually, to open, I'm going to open up some Twilight Masquerade soon. I'm going to do it on the channel as well. I'm going to make a little video on it. I'm going to open up some older packs as well. I'm going to pull some out of my collection. I'm going to dig into the sealed. But yeah, like when I first started collecting sealed, I used to collect all sorts. I used to collect loose booster packs and stuff like that. And because I can't guarantee the authenticity of them, I think I'd just rather open them up on the channel than sell them to someone else, just in case they do end up being fake. I don't think they are, but yeah, like I've got some some Shining Legends, which are quite pricey now. I've got some Evolutions, which, as you know, is quite pricey a pack. I think I'll just open them up on the channel. I do need a few more bits before I can do a pack opening video, though. A couple more bits of gear. I've kind of got my setup roughly figured out how I'm going to do it with like cameras and stuff. It's going to be a little bit janky to start off with, but we'll make it work. I just ordered a top loader binder as well, so thank you to the people in the comments who recommended that. Top loader binders are absolutely massive, by the way. I did not expect it to be that big. It's like this big, like bigger than my screen, but yeah, really happy to have a top loader binder. Just need a few more bits. I'll probably put a video up probably in about a month's time. I'm just going to collect a few sealed packs first. I want to open up some Ultra Modern, really want to open up some Twilight Masquerade, so next month I'll probably buy some booster bundles, start stacking up a little bit sealed as well, and then we'll I don't know how I'll do it, whether I'll do a separate video of some opening or whether I'll do it on just like shorts, or whether I'll just tag them onto the end of these episodes, because I know not everyone wants to see pack opening, so I'll work it out. I've got a little bit of time to think about it. Yeah, keep getting sidetracked. Sorry guys, I just love talking away to you guys. Again, Brilliant Stars, 3-pack blisters. We got Ultra Modern of Twilight Masquerade. Again, I think this could be a good hold going forward. Twilight Masquerade 3-pack blisters for £12, pretty good. We got loose booster packs if you just want to buy the odd couple of packs for £4 retail. Brilliant Stars sleeved for $3.99. This was the price when they came out, and Brilliant Stars has been out for so long now. The fact that you could still pick up packs of sleeve booster packs for retail for Brilliant Stars is really good. Again, I think this is going to look super cheap if you look back in 2 years time, 3 years time on this. Build and battle boxes we don't talk about too much on the channel, but definitely a play. I don't think they're super popular at the moment here in the UK. I think they're quite undervalued, and I think there's going to be a big run on these within the next 5 years, because you do get exclusive stamped promo cards within them. You get a couple of booster packs, and yeah, you have like a, they're almost like, some people refer to them as pre-release kits, so this is what's available generally when a set first comes out, or if you go to like an event at your local card store on release day, they tend to either give these out, or you know, you pay for them with your entry fee, and then you build a deck out of that and start battling straight away. So yeah, really cool product that I think's undervalued, and you can pick up most Sword and Shield sets of these booster bundles for around about retail. Obviously, like your Evolving Skies is going to be a little bit more, but yeah, I think they're going to do quite well in the future. Definitely a potential play. Obsidian Flames, again, Ultra Modern, pick it up for cheap. We're focusing more on what's going to be going out of stock soon. Astral Radiance 3 packs, Silver Tempest 3-pack blisters, good plays. Booster bundles of Ultra Modern, again, some of the most cheapest and most efficient pack to cost ratio of getting into a set. I do think that if you want to buy sealed of a set, but you can't afford a full booster box, you only want to chuck in maybe £23 to £25, these are a really good option to buy and put away, or even just buy if you want to crack them open. You can even get let's see, build and battle pre-release kits for Brilliant Stars. That's what I'm saying, like some of these older Sword and Shield pre-release kits, like I don't think they're going to be around for long, and I think a lot of people are sleeping on them. I think they could do really well, especially stuff like Paldea Evolved, Ultra Modern as well. We've got some 3 packs of Paldean Fates, and like this is more what I like, these like weird niche products. Like, so for $8.99 you get 2 promos, you get Fusion Strike and a Vivid Voltage. I think that could look really, really good in the future. Some of these weird niche like blister packs where you get like different sets could do really well. Fusion Strike Battle Stars, like there's just such a weird mix of like sets in some of these, and I much prefer these over the tins because you can actually like see what you're getting, so you can keep it as sealed, and it will appreciate in value because people know exactly what they're getting, and with something like this, you really can't do any like messing around with it. I mean, you could, someone could like peel off the front plastic and like reglue. It's just a lot of hassle though, especially if you're buying it at like this stage for like retail prices. I think you're pretty safe. You're definitely safe if you're buying it from Pokemon Center. But I mean, if you're picking up something weird and niche like this from eBay, if you're paying £9 for it, like I really doubt it's going to be tampered with. But if you held on to that for a lot of years, I think these weird like niche products could do really well. But you really want to look for the ones that have like two strong sets together. This is a bit weak because it's got the battle styles, but yeah, just pretty interesting. We'll just have a very quick scroll through. So we've got some ultra modern here, some binders, quite a lot of stock actually in stock on Pokemon Center UK. I'm quite surprised by this. There we go, and then we've hit the sold out section. We got these battle academies as well. These are actually really good. So I'd never looked into these beforehand. These battle academies, they're not really a play for sealed or anything, but they're really good at like teaching kids and like younger players how to actually play the Pokemon TCG. I recently went and visited my nephews and they had two of these, so there were loads of different decks that you could play with, and it was actually super fun. Like I actually turned up to their place and we cracked this open and they just knew how to play because they had this, and it had taught them how to play, and they were playing properly, like the proper TCG, damage counters, everything, the sleeps, the paralysis, everything. So if you've got like younger kids or family members and they really like want to learn how to play, these products are absolutely amazing, and it's great to see Pokemon Center releasing products to encourage that and to encourage the younger kids to get involved in the card game, because it is a bit complex for some people to learn. So yeah, really cool. So that's what we've got in stock. Let's have a quick look at the booster boxes. Sorry, I've rambled on for enough. Let's get to the meat of the episode. Booster boxes that are in stock, pretty much the same as what we had last week. We got out Sword and Shield, we got Brilliant Stars, Fusion Strike, and Astral Radiance. The rest is all and Battle Styles, but we're not going to mention Battle Styles because that's definitely not a play going forward. Okay, let me correct myself. It is a play going forward. It will appreciate eventually over time. People will eventually buy into battle styles. It's just going to take a long time. And your money, I think, is better off in sets like this. Brilliant Stars, Fusion Strike, Astral Radiance. I even think your money's better off in Twilight Masquerade than in Battle Styles at the moment. Controversial opinion, but hey. Some people love it. A lot of people hate it. So we got Brilliant Stars, Fusion Strike, and Astral Radiance. I would say the best play at the moment is Fusion Strike. I think that's probably going to do best out of all of them. Astral Radiance is also a strong play, and then once these two have been out of stock for a little while, I think Brilliant Stars is going to be the next play behind there. And then I think we're basically going to be pretty much sold out on Sword and Shield era in the UK. I can't really see any more restocks coming. You may get dribs and drabs, a couple boxes here and there, maybe some Brilliant Stars or some Battle Styles that they found. But then I think we're just on to Ultra Modern for retail price. It's going to be great. Make sure you subscribe down below. I'm going to track all of the prices every week, and it's going to be really interesting to see what happens to Fusion Strike and Astral Radiance once they go out of stock. I really think they're going to climb up quite quickly. I do think this is your last chance to get into Fusion Strike and Astral Radiance. US Pokemon Center, we're not going to look at all the products that are in stock, but we're just going to have a quick look at the booster boxes. Really not that much available. They only have Silver Tempest left out of Sword and Shield block. Not even any Battle Styles, so there you go. The rest is then all on to Ultra Modern, so last chance to pick up some Silver Tempest, and then I think, yeah, US is going to be fully onto Scarlet and Violet for sealed products for retail price. Obviously, you'll be able to pick up Sword and Shield sealed booster boxes on the secondary market still, but that's when you start to see prices start to creep up. So really interesting. Let's start off with the big boy today. Let's start off with the Evolving Skies. Evolving Skies is just over the $700 mark, last sold in the US. which is a slight increase on last week, I think. Let's see, yeah, so it was around about 693. So we're seeing about a $10 rise. Let's just calculate that out. 10 divided by 693 times 100, 1.4% gain. So again, pretty stable, but it's creeping up there a little bit in price. Positive to see for Evolving Skies. In the UK, cheapest one you can pick up at the moment is $5.50 on a buy it now with decent photos. $5.62 if you include postage. That's a little bit cheaper than what I would expect to see actually, and you can see it's a new listing, so someone's just come in at the bottom of the market very recently. If you want to pick one up, do check your photos. Like, Evolving Skies is probably one of the most likely to be a scam box. I'm not saying this is a scam, it actually looks quite legit from that first photo, but do make sure you check over all the photos. I'm not saying this is legit or not. I haven't had a good look at it. This is more the price that I would expect to see, around about the 585 to 600 mark, which is about market value at the moment. Let's have a look at last sold. Last sold are, let's see, 580, best offer accepted. That's quite cheap. You're noticing not a lot of them are being sold. So last sold there is on the 17th. That is 5 days ago now. And then 6 days ago, 570, best offer accepted. And then 15th, and then we jumped to like 8th of June. So we've only seen, like, let's see how long ago 8th was. 8th is 2 weeks. So in a 2 week period in the UK, we've seen 1, 2, 3, 4 sell. 4 sell in 2 weeks. Now that tells me two things. Either one, people are just holding because it's at that price point where they're like, well, I'm just going to hold it further and wait until we creep up to like 1k a box. Or two, there's just not that many. I don't know where I was going with that second point. I had a better second point in my head and then I just went blank. So yeah, one, I think people are holding. And two, it's just not that liquid at the moment. That was my second point. There's just perhaps not that many people that are willing to pay around about the 600 to a box. And this is one of the reasons why I sold, I would say all of my Evolving Skies. I did keep one box. I've still got one box. We're holding that one to the moon. But I sold most of my Evolving Skies because part of the problem is once booster boxes get to this stage of like 600, 700, 800 a box, yes, I do still think there's room for them to climb. You can see that with the end of Sword and Shield era with like Tag Team and stuff like that. Some of those boxes are getting up to like 1500, 1800 a box, bordering on 2k a box. I do think there's a lot of room for Evolving Skies to grow. However, it's so much less liquid. Once you get to this stage where it's like 600 plus a box, there's a lot less people that are willing to be able to afford to put that much money down on a sealed product. So just bear that in mind. That's why I liquidated mine, because it's just harder to sell. It's not that they don't sell. Like I said, 4 have sold in the last 2 weeks. That's actually a lot less than what I would expect. I would have thought that Evolving Skies would be a lot more liquid than that. But it's just something to bear in mind. But if you're comfortable holding until higher prices, then go for it. That's great. What I would say is, if you're new to sealed product investing, I probably wouldn't buy into Evolving Skies sealed. I'd probably start off with a set more around the sort of retail price, something like your Fusion Strike. I think that would be much better for you. Really just wanted to take a moment to point out a scammer that I've noticed this morning while I was looking at prices. The reason why I was drawn to this scammer, and I just need to make people aware, is this photo is actually of my living room. So this is my photo of an Evolving Skies booster box that I sold last month, and I was looking through last sold, lowest price sold of Evolving Skies, and look, this guy sold an Evolving Skies booster box new with an acrylic. This is actually my title for my listing as well, exactly. He sold it for £75. Okay, and he used my photo. So please just be careful, guys. Like, no one is going to sell you a legit box of Evolving Skies for £75. Okay, they're worth £600. Don't think that you're getting the deal of a century. It's going to be fake, or it's going to be some kind of scam. I think I'm going to have to start watermarking my photos now on eBay, and I think we need to have a discussion as sellers on UK eBay and on US eBay. I think we all collectively need to start timestamping our photos, because you're getting scammers like this that are going to use your photos. This is the carpet of my living room rug. Okay, this is my photo. I know it is. This is my IKEA unit in the background. Please be careful, guys. There's these people out there. Avoid this person. If you're on UK eBay, avoid this person. Write it down. Do whatever. Add notes on your phone. I think I'm going to start a blacklist as well. Anytime that I see like an obvious scam on eBay around Pokemon products, I think I'm going to start collecting these names of accounts. You do still have to be careful, even if it's someone with like legit feedback, because accounts can get stolen, etc. It might not be the owner of the account that's posting on it, but please just be super careful, guys. Common sense. You're not getting Evolving Skies sealed for £75. Someone bought this, unfortunately. Let's just have a look at this guy's profile. So Jalen underscore 571. Please be careful. Look at feedback as well. 81% feedback on 40 sales. Look, he's selling diamond rings. Some idiot is, not some idiot, but someone unfortunately is buying from this idiot a diamond engagement ring. Like, I'm not saying the engagement ring is fake, but he's faking Pokemon products. So, and look at this. Look, Lost Origin booster box for about the right price. Well, actually, much lower than what it should be. Again, he's probably using a stolen photo. If he's using a stolen photo on my one, then he's probably used a stolen photo on this one as well. Be careful, guys. Avoid this guy. Here's my one, my photo, with an Evolving Skies that he sold for £76. I know he stole this photo on the Silver Tempest as well, because where I check UK eBay so much, I actually have started recognising the backgrounds of people's houses in the backgrounds of their photos, from legitimate sellers. So I know for a fact that he stole this photo, because I know the seller's name who has this bedspread in their bedroom, because I just spend way too much time looking at sealed Pokemon product on eBay. I can actually say the name of who he stole this photo off of, and I've just pulled it up here in the background. Look, here's the same bedspread of the legit seller of this Silver Tempest booster box, and you can see he's stolen their photo again. £85. You're not getting sealed Silver Tempest for £85. Please be careful, guys. Like, I didn't have to spend the time in this video like deep diving into this. I'm just trying to help you guys. Like, please be careful. Okay, and I'm gonna start putting a ban list, a list together of scams that I see. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the list yet, but once it gets bigger, maybe I'll just post it for free somewhere and then put the link down below in a video. Or I'm thinking about maybe starting a Discord in the future. I'll put it in the Discord or something like that, and then you guys can help contribute as well. And I think together as a community of people who buy sealed product, we need to help each other out, and yeah, hopefully that will help stop someone getting scammed in the future. Anyway, so much of getting sidetracked, but we had to talk about it. Let's talk about Lost Origin. Lost Origin has actually slipped down a little bit in price. I did predict this around about this stage, when we first saw the slipping, around about May time. We saw the price really shoot up when Lost Origin started to go out of stock in the US, and now we're seeing a bit of a price correction coming down. It's still really inflated. If we zoom out even more, there we go. So this was the big run up of it going out of stock. and then we saw a massive inflation here, and I did say it was a bit artificial and I would expect a bit of a price retracement, and we're seeing that now. It's down a few percent, Lost Origin. Let's actually calculate it out. So let's go to the 1 month chart. We're looking for around about the 15th. That was about a week ago. So 208, last sale 180. That's quite significant. So $28 reduction on 208. 208. Sorry, I've done that wrong. What did we say? $28 price reduction on 208 times 100. 13% drop on Lost Origin. That's actually pretty huge for the US markets. That'll hurt if you bought into it. UK market, again, I think we're still at that overinflated mark. Do I think Lost Origin is worth more than 200 a box long term? Yes. Do I think Lost Origin is worth 215 a box now? No. I think you're overpriced. There's a lot of people trying to dump at 215 and then even more, 225. It's because it's like not in stock at the moment. I think people are FOMOing into it a little bit. I personally think we're going to see, like we saw in the US, I think we're going to see a bit of a dip down over the next few weeks. I might be wrong. Maybe you want to FOMO into it. I could be wrong. This could be the cheapest it's ever going to be now. So don't listen to me. What do I know? I've only been doing this a very long time. They're actually selling though. Let's have a look at sold. Lost Origin 220 last sale. So they are selling 205. I think that's a bit more realistic. 205. That sold 2 days ago. 3 days ago, another 205. Half booster boxes selling for 100. I think that's a little bit pricey for a half booster box, but that's just my opinion on that. Let's move on to Astral Radiance. We're going to start zipping through because we've been talking for a very long time now, and I don't want to make an hour-long video. Astral Radiance, TCG player chart is just all over the place. It's all messed up. It's been messed up for a while, the Astral Radiance chart. Last sale, 182 in the US. That's not available on Pokemon Center. We are still available on Pokemon Center UK, so you can pick this up for retail, and you can get it a little bit cheaper on eBay. 124 is around about a £20 discount below retail. You can pick up on the secondary markets at the moment. Really good deal from whoever is offering that there. Fusion Strike saw a bit of a dip this week as well. Should we be worried? Oh my god, is everything crashing? No, don't be worried. All of these went out of stock in the US a few weeks ago, and saw a really artificial, massive increase in price here, and we're just seeing a bit of a retracement. It's just finding its feet in the market. Again, do I think it's worth 240 soon? Yes. Is it worth 240 now? Maybe. I think it's still a little bit overpriced. I think if you could pick one up for around about 220, I think you've got a pretty good deal in the US. 240 is a little bit much for me at the moment, I think. Cheapest on eBay at the moment is 160. You can pick it up for 146 on Pokemon Center though. But I just wanted to highlight, as soon as it goes out of stock on Pokemon Center, and I think it will do very, very soon, we will just jump to this, to 160. Let's have a look at how many we have between 160 and 200. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You see it creeping up. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 boxes of Fusion Strike. So Pokemon Center UK, once that sells out, you've got 17 boxes, and then we're at 200 a box. That's really not that many. Yes, more might get listed, but in the grand scheme of things, there's probably more than 17 people watching this video right now who would buy in once it sells out on Pokemon Center UK, and then we're at 200 a box. So I really do think it's a good buy at the moment. It's probably my most recommended buy. If you can pick this up for retail on Pokemon Center UK and then hold on to it for a little while, I think we're very quickly going to jump to 200 a box. And then look, we've got 1, 2, 3 at 200 a box, and then we jump to 230 a box, and then 245. Like, I think It's going to do very well over the next 6 months to a year. Fusion Strike. Brilliant Stars again, a little bit of a slide this week, but we saw a bit of a gain with it going out of stock. It's just finding its feet in the market. This is all completely normal. When we buy seal product, I say this 100 times on the channel, we need to be prepared to hold it for multiple years. Ideally 3 years plus. 5 years is amazing. Like, you might do really well if you hold it for a year, but really we need to be prepared for holding it for the long haul, and then these little retracements over the weeks or months and little dips, they just smooth out. Look what happens when you like zoom out in charts. Like, okay, this Brilliant Stars is a bad example for me to zoom out on. Let's take Evolving Skies. Evolving Skies, okay, so you're seeing like a few dips and a little bit of like, oh, the price hasn't really moved in like the last 3 months, but then like when you zoom out to a year, like you see the price difference. Do you know what I mean? Once you go to like a wider time horizon on sealed products, things generally go in one direction, and that's up. So just something to bear in mind. Where are we at? What were we on? Sorry, lost my place. Fusion Strike, Brilliant Stars. There we go. So Brilliant Stars saw a little bit of a dip this last week, a few dollars down. Again, it's still looking quite cheap to me. $181, pretty much out of the reprint window now. I really don't think we're going to see any more for retail. I think Brilliant Stars is a good set. It's not out of stock here in the UK yet. I think we're going to see similar to the US, I think we're going to see it creep up in price as soon as it does go out of stock. Cheapest you can pick up is basically retail price, either from Pokemon Center or from eBay. There's our friend with the same bedspread again. I'd just like to add, this is the legit guy. So you can buy off of this guy, he's fine. Don't like not buy it because of the bedspread. Like, go off of the name. The person we're avoiding is that Jalen guy. This is the legit guy. This poor guy with his bedspread. I've called out a scammer who's stolen his photos. Silver Tempest, pretty stable. Again, we're going to see stable prices in the US. We're going to see it floating around for retail price just because it is the last Sword and Shield set that's available in the US on the Pokemon Center. And again, for us, we can pick it up for retail still here in the UK. Cheapest we've got is £140. Again, just want to stress, just because this guy's got this bedspread doesn't mean he's a scammer. This is the legit guy, offering it for a decent price, £140, couple of pounds below retail price. Need to talk about Darkness Ablaze just as we're wrapping up this episode. Darkness Ablaze, I will be tracking regularly on this channel because I'm always transparent about what I'm buying. I'm buying heavy into Darkness Ablaze now. I'm increasing my stack size. I'm doubling down on it. I'm calling it out as a great buy. The fact that you could still pick it up for retail price, I think it's a great set. People in the comments are roasting me. They're saying that they won't touch it. It's the worst set of Sword and Shield. There's no way it's the worst set of Sword and Shield, okay? Battle Styles and Rebel Clash have that title. Okay, Darkness Ablaze is one of the worst sets, but I really do believe in it. I think it's going to do well long term, and just to prove people wrong, I'm going to keep tracking it on the channel. Let's see, so last week we were at 145. It's gone up to 150 in the US, so we're seeing a little bit of a jump there, around about 3.5 to 4% jump over the last week. Hey, that's good for what's apparently the worst set in Sword and Shield. It's just a little bit of fun, but you can still pick it up super cheap here in the UK, well below retail on eBay. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe it's a bad play, guys, but do you know what I mean? It's my mistake to make. Chilling Reign as well. I want to keep tracking Chilling Reign as well, because Chilling Reign is one of those sets that everyone like expects it to do well, and like for the longest time when Chilling Reign was out, it just flatlined, and you could buy it for retail for like a year and a half at least. It's one of those like pandemic sets where like the quality control on it was awful. There was loads of it floating around, but I think it's a fire set. There's some really cool alt arts in there, some really nice cards, and I think people just like, I think with Chilling Reign, people expect it to do well long term. And I still think it is quite undervalued. 232 here in the US had a fairly stable week, maybe crept up a little bit. Yeah, crept up around about $2 over the last week, which is around about a 1% gain. That's what I'd expect from Chilling Reign. I expect a slow, steady increase. I like Chilling Reign though, it's fire. We did have like a weird reprint of Chilling Reign, or like more stock of it around about 2 months ago. Must be around about 2 months ago now, where we could pick it up on Pokemon Center for retail. Those days have gone and passed, unfortunately. The cheapest you can get it now on eBay is around about 170. I still think this is a really good buy at 170. I think it will do really well long term. Big fan of Chilling Reign. I'm tempted to buy some Chilling Reign sleeve booster packs for opening on the channel, just because I think it'll be quite a fun set to open up, and there's some hits that I'd quite like to put in my new top loader binder. I'm looking forward to filling that up on the channel with you guys and opening some packs going forward. But the price analysis isn't going anywhere. The pack openings are going to be bonus content on the channel. We're still going to each week be looking at tracking booster box prices, particularly paying attention to the Sword and Shield era, and then once Scarlet and Violet starts moving, we'll have a look at that as well. But that's why you subscribe down below, to never miss an opportunity on the channel, and so that I can track the prices for you, so that you don't have to. You just have to tune in once a week and watch my lovely face presenting these videos for you. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys have a wonderful day, and peace.